So, I thought I'd quickly do a video talking about the Dexter sort of series now that it's the New Blood series now that it's wrapped up, it's done, and everything. I'm a little torn, to be honest with you. Um, let's start with the series as a whole, right? Series as a whole was something that we kind of did need. We needed something to end Dexter better than what we got. Dexter was pretty much a very well done TV show for the most part for most of its seasons, and then the last few seasons were a bit shit. Um, they had their high points and then they had their low points. Like I still watch if I rewatch Dexter, I still watch those seasons anyway. I still found some enjoyment in them, but they weren't the best the last few seasons. So I was quite happy to see that this was coming back. Now, this whole series was about Dexter like having a new life in a new town and him having a new identity and stuff like that. And then, obviously a new serial killer and comes into play, and him and the other guy have their antics, and that was fun. It was good, and the other serial killer that came into the show, like it was really well, good dynamics, like it felt like the whole like Trinity Killer side of like mind games and stuff like that, which I liked, and it was done very very well. Not to the best like high caliber setting that the Trinity Killer sort of like season actually was, but it was good enough. And then we were getting to the part where Dexter's. By the way, there is spoilers in this review. So if you don't want spoilers, don't watch it. Don't watch this video. Go somewhere else. But if you don't care or you have seen the show, more than welcome to stick around. That's a sip of my beer to give you enough time before I can tune out. So his girlfriend in the show, like the one that plays his girlfriend in the show, is a sheriff and ends up finding out and discovering that he's the Bay Harbor Butcher. And then it just goes sideways. Like, so fast. Like, the thing is, right, is that the evidence they had against Dexter was very minute, right? They had just enough evidence to sort of, like, there's not really a lot of weight to it. Like, even if he went to court with it all and stuff like that, he would have got acquitted. But no, we had to go with the over-the-top sort of spectacle. And because Harrison's now back, and he's not all grown up, but he's a teenager, and he's not understanding what's going on, and discovers who his father, like who Dexter is and what Dexter does and stuff like that. And the problem is at the end of the series, it all boils down to an ending fucking scene because Dexter kills someone that's innocent because he needed to get out of a situation, which was a sign that Dexter has now gone too far. Granted, he has accidentally killed innocent people before, but he had felt remorse and stuff like that. This time, he didn't. And his son approaches him, points a gun at him, and he forces his son to shoot him and kill him. So Dexter's now officially 100% dead. I don't know. Me sort of going over it doesn't really give the show justice. Don't get me wrong, Dexter New Blood is very good. Like, it is a good series. I am happy we've got it, and I'm happy we are able to sort of have a better ending for Dexter. But am I happy with how they ended it? Yeah, they said that the people were going to still be a bit and ah about it. And they weren't wrong. Is it better than what we got originally? Fuck yeah, by miles. I personally think like the arc of his son killing him because he's gone too far, and his son needs to be happy, and his son needs to be away from him to have a happy life. I get it. I understand it. It's a perfect metaphor, and it works. But do I? It just seemed too cliched to be that way, and it was just like, because they said, "Oh, we might do more in the future," which they won't. Like, unless they do something with his son, but his son is not really like him. His son's not really a serial killer like his father. So I don't really see it. I just don't. And personally, it would have been nice to have the dynamic with, uh, some of the old characters from those original series again, which were like with Dexter, but we never got to see that, sadly. Um, like, some guy was just sort of making sort of comparisons to Breaking Bad, which doesn't really make any sense. But like Walter White died because of, granted, yeah, he died from his own actions, which in turn, same as Dexter, died because of his own actions. But it was different. Walter White died from a freak accident, if anything. If he didn't get shot, most likely he would have been arrested, he would have been charged, he would have been taken to prison, and probably died in prison. That's how it probably could have been. But no, it was a more fitting end because he got to walk through and he died in the thing. And he died in his inner sanctum of success and what was essentially his fucking life's work in that meth lab. See, this was just him getting shot and being in the middle of the forest. There's no symbolism there apart from the fact of more for his son than anything. So it didn't really make a lot of sense, that comparison. It just didn't. Is it original? No. It's been done to death in other fucking medium and stuff like that. But, as I said, I kind of gathered Dexter was going to die. But I kind of would have expected it a bit differently. I don't know. I wouldn't have expected his son. I actually probably would have preferred Dexter actually to go to prison and actually go through the death penalty. I actually would have preferred that. Because having it all unravel and then having it all, and seeing Dexter's brain in the process, having his whole entire life being uncovered. I think that could have been interesting. Then again, I know a lot of people probably wouldn't have liked that ending, and that's fine. I think the one thing when it comes to Dexter is that everyone has different opinions on how the show should have ended. And the thing is that it's not like Breaking Bad or like a lot of other shows that have ended, where 9 times out of 10 the consensus is that it was a good ending or a shit ending. See, Dexter, it was a big consensus back when the original ending we got. It was pretty much, it was shit, or it could have been done a lot better. Me at the time when I watched it, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't. I wasn't happy. I was okay with it, and I was willing to move on. But this one, I'm happy because I feel like I've got a definitive final. That's it. But it just, I personally think it's going to spark a lot of debate again. Whether it should have ended this way. How it should have ended. And I personally think this again, it's going to be very divisive. But not for necessarily the negative reasons. I think it's going to be more divisive for the fact that not many people are going to know what they want to do. Or how it probably could have been done better. I know a lot of people are in the camp that they probably would have seen him get away with it, move on, and then do more. Personally, no. Dexter's been gone for 10 years. It's time, if they're going to do it again, do it properly and end it properly. But I don't know. Personally, we'll see where it all goes. I'd like to hear what other people's opinions are. Personally, for me, I think like, ultimately, okay, I'm happy with it personally, but I think they probably could have done it in a slightly different approach. Personally, like I'm okay with Dexter dying, I'm okay with all that, but I think they could have done it in a slightly different approach. Batista finding out Dexter's still alive, like I was okay with that. That was actually done fairly well, finding out how he was still alive and stuff like that. But in some ways, I actually wouldn't have minded actually seeing maybe another season. Personally, I actually probably would have rathered one more season after this. Here's my theory. Still kill him off, but have Batista kill him at the end of the next, like of a second season. So you have this entire season, and then it gets to this point, and he's on the run, and we actually get a chance to have a full season of Dexter actually on the fucking run, and actually have a massive manhunt for him. I think that might work, and then end it there. Like have just a short 2-season arc, and then that's it. And I personally think that actually might have worked. But because when Harrison drove away, you don't see what happens afterwards. I guess if they wanted to, they could sit there and go, well, Dexter's not quite dead, like the bullet just missed his heart, and this and that. So Dexter was able to get up and get away, No. Like if they want to do another season, they want to go down that route, don't do it. Just don't. Just simply fucking don't do it. Just leave it. If this is what you want to do, just leave it. Because otherwise it's going to be a fucking pain in the ass, right? But honestly, if they let it into a fact that they want to do another one with him on the run and then end it at that end point, I would have been okay with it. I think it would have been a nice, solid 2-season arc, and I think it probably would have worked. But look, I'm happy with we got a second jab at it. They had a second jab at it, and they've done a really good job with trying to make it work. The season was very good for the most part, and I did thoroughly enjoy it. So hopefully, a lot of people are still pretty happy with it. I'm happy with it for the most part. I think I was all right with it. But it'd be interesting to see what a lot of other people's opinions are, because I know they're going to be very mixed. But anyway, excuse me, sneezing. So I'd like to know your guys' opinion. What did you guys think of it? Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Would you want to rather differently? Please let me know. I'm actually want to have a debate about this because I actually would love to see what other people's opinions are, because yeah, I like it, but I'm torn. I'm a little torn. I'd like to see how. I feel like it could have been done better again, but I'm not leaving this as disappointed as I was back 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was very disappointed. I walked away from it going, I walked away from it and I was like, I could have been better. This one is like, it could have been better, but I'm happy with what I got. So, I'm walking away from it satisfied, happy that we got a really decent 10-episode season that ended it a bit more final. I personally don't think they're going to do anything more with Harrison. I think they're just going to leave it the way it is. If they do anything, they might do a TV movie or whatever like that, or a mini series which like this, which I hope not. I think Harrison just should be the story should end there. That's it. Leave it. Move on. Just leave it up to people's imaginations with fucking Harrison. But honestly, I think Dexter should just not be touched anymore. They were supposed to be doing a fucking prequel fucking back in the day, like a reboot, which they didn't end up. Well, sorry, a sequel series with another person, but they didn't end up doing it. Thank fuck. But we'll see where it goes. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy yourselves. It's just a quick little fucking video, and yeah, just let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Take it easy.